Hello and welcome to my channel, and my name is Anna, and this my channel is Cast Love. My other channel is Cast Love 111, and this channel is Crafty Cass. So we get crafty over here. So we're making some hamburgers. My son asked for hamburgers for his birthday, so just added the eggs, and then I decided that I was going to come live and do it live. So we're going to make some burgers. Okay, so we're going to add, you can add whatever you want, but we make our own spices. We're going to add our own spices here. So, we're going to add some garlic powder. We can add some garlic powder. And we just wing it over here, so we're just going to go like this. Put how much you like, however garlicky you like it. That's what you do for yourself. And then we're going to add a little bit of herb. We're going to add some Italian seasoning. I like to add my herbs. And then we're going to add some soy sauce. Maybe about 2 tablespoons full for a pound of hamburger. And then if you don't have this, you can use seasoning salt. But I'm going to use the Spanish consomate, we used to call it consomate. So we're going to add probably about one tablespoon to that. And then, you don't have to, but I'm just going to top it off with some ketchup. And then if you want to put onions or whatever in there, you can. Actually, I am going to, because I like it better with onions. So we're going to add some onions. And I got about a medium-sized onion, and we're going to put a half of it in there. Half of it. Okay. So I'm just going to cut it in half. Yeah, and little trick, if you, like I put egg in here, but always check your eggs before you cook them because they could be bad. And they won't even look bad, but they could be bad. If they float in the water, they're bad. So I had some eggs in this last carton that I had to throw out because they were floating. You don't want eggs to float, then they're no good. Alright, so we're just gonna chop this in here. And I'm gonna use the pan to fry these. So we're just gonna, you can chop the onion however you want, but I am just gonna use it like this, do it like this. And I'm going as thin as I can. Oh, my kitty is sneezing. Tiggy. My old boy's Tiggy. Are we not live? Yeah, we're live. I guess I didn't go share this out. It's kind of like I'm just recording a video because I didn't really schedule this or anything like that. Oh, there's some hard piece in there. I don't want that. And then, I have, oops, avocado. I have one slice of bread left of my Dempster's bread, because I made bread yesterday. Made homemade bread yesterday. So we're just going to crumple this all up. So now we got the onions, we got everything. And we're just going to crumple up this bread, make it into little Just, go like this. Crumple it up. Or you can use breadcrumbs if you have breadcrumbs. You can use crackers, but make it as fine as you can. A big piece of it. But we always used bread. My mom always just used bread. We always made homemade bread, so. Or she'd use saltine crackers. But I improvise. So this is like kind of the burgers that are kind of passed down for generations. So now we're going to mix it all up. We're going to get our hands dirty. So you ready? We need to put our hands right in there. I put 2 eggs. Might have been a little bit too much egg, but if it is, you can always add a little bit more of my homemade bread in it because I only have 1 slice of this bread. But I think it'll be just fine because it'll be a juicy burger. Nice and juicy. Can you hear that? Really juicy. I just want to make sure all of it's mixed really good. And I might just add a little bit more soy sauce to it. My dad literally used to taste it. Like, he would taste things like raw hamburger to see if the flavor was good. So, a little more soy sauce there. If you're just joining me, thank you for being here. I'm just making some burgers. And we're going to grab, or we're going to start making them now. And I'm just going to use my hand. And we're going to use a little bit of flour to dip them in. So I'm going to grab my little bit of flour now. Right down the counter. Grab some flour. So I'm just gonna. Okay, now we're gonna get our hands dirty. Actually, I'm gonna put some oil in the pan. Let the oil already start. We put a little bit of oil in the pan. And let the oil already get hot. While we're working on it. And I'm just going to use regular vegetable oil. And these are the way that my mom used to make them. She used to fry them like that. So that's how we're making them today. You can put them in the oven too. If you don't want them fried, you can put them in the oven too. So we're just going to grab a handful, however big you want your burgers to be. And just make sure that they're a little bit flatter because they will puff up when you cook them. So you just flatten them. And slap them. You don't feel like slapping things, you just slap it. And then they're nice and thin like that. So that's a nice size right there. So now we're just going to dip it in flour. Flip it over. Now we're going to grab another plate to put it on. Actually, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the other chips. Clumsy today. Alright, so we're going to put it on here. Ah! Okay, so I have to use a spatula to grab that, because that's a big burger. And you can also just dip it in the flour before you start slapping it. And And then you can flatten it. Oh, somebody's messaging me right now. I hope it didn't kick me off the internet. Are we still live? Oh yeah, we're still going. Okay. Slapped at me. Jokes. Alright. Let's make this burger. Trying to get the onions to stay in there. Trying to flatten it. Here, the grease already. So this isn't going to be a very long video, or it's not going to be very long live. I'm just going to finish making the burgers and then get off of here. So I appreciate everybody that's here joining me. It's my son's birthday, so I'm not trying to stay on the internet today or do too much. I did do a private reading outside today. Then it got interrupted by the lawn boys. I think my grease is hot. Alright, let's go put some in there. Let's put some in. See, there's the burnt cookies still. I haven't thrown them out yet. So I think this is ready. So we're just going to let it lay it in there. Sorry for the shaky camera. These over here quickly. Let that run down. I'm going to turn it down just a bit to like 7. Smells so good, and you guys smell this. What are you saying? It actually smells so good in here right now. I wish we had smell-o-vision so I could share that with you guys. I just made a big mess on the counter too. So we got 8 burgers out of that. Okay, that's gonna wash my hands and I'm gonna turn it over. All right, that's good. Just gonna flip them. Oh, somebody's here. Somebody's in the chat. Hey. I'm gonna look at the chat in a second here. I'm gonna turn these over. Oh. Get in there. Getting under them is hard. There we go. Now we're going to lift the other ones in there. Oh, we got one lonely one over here. Those ones are almost done now. Let me see who's here. Who's here? Hey, Jessica. Hey, James. How have you been, Jessica? I was actually thinking about you the other day. Happy birthday to my son. Thank you. Oh, just the other Jessica. I thought you were Jessica. I was thinking about you too. I love your vehicle. I love you guys' new vehicle. I was thinking about Jessica Love. Dragonfly. I haven't seen her live in a while. Like going live on YouTube. So we're going to turn... Alright, we're going to check those now. Let me check them. And this you could even do on a fire. You know, these you could cook these on a fire. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit again because we don't want the grease to get too cold, because then if the grease gets too cold, then the burgers will just soak up all this fat. We don't want that. We want them, any fat that's in them, to come out. So now we can put that other one in. See, they shrink. They always shrink, so you always want to make them bigger than what you actually want them. So we got 8 of them. Perfect. There. I got 8 of them in there. Alright, let me turn... I don't really want to turn the camera around. But I'll talk to you guys. I want to show you guys the food today. Not me. Doing well. We are in Louisiana. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna grab something to put them in. And something that they can kind of drain. This will work. We're gonna put them in this. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to do. Put them in there. Those ones are almost done. I'm going to check it. I'm going to turn them one more time. I didn't even have to turn them one more time, but one more time. And if you want the grease to come out of them a little bit, you can always put them in the oven for a bit. We'll turn them all the way up now. Let me see what the chat says. Oh. Are we still live? Okay, cool. It's already been 19 minutes. Wow. Takes 19 minutes to make these, I guess. Oh, these are done. I like my meat done. But do you think these ones over here are done? So we're going to put them, drain them, and then let them sit there and drain for the rest of the way. I'm putting them on the side. Like so. Oh, I'm going to make a couple of those other things. Those other things, actually. Those snacky things. And those are really good with some cinnamon and sugar, too. Let me grab, I don't know if I can fish the onions out of there. Okay. Let me grab these. I have some of these left. These things here. They're like little wagon wheels. And you can get little squares and other things. They're going to stop popping up. Oh, I'm going to have to grab the tongs. They have to be fully covered in fat. I'm going to turn it off now. Ah! Spitting at me. That tastes like hamburger. Do a couple more just to cool down the grease a little bit. These you can only get them in places where you have Spanish foods. And I don't know idea. I think they're made out of rice, maybe. Just gonna splash to. I'm just gonna splash. I just want all of the parts to get grease. I'm gonna turn this over. You need more grease for these. They need to be right underneath grease. This works. So we're not going to make any more. I'm going to put this in the oven so it can cool down. And then I'll check the chat. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow on my other channel at Cast Love 101 Tarot. I mean, Cast Love 101. It's not called tarot anymore. I used to have it called tarot. All right. God bless y'all. Thank you for popping in, saying hi. Bye, y'all.